This to me was more of a like, hey man, we're normal people like you guys are.
I'm not up. I'm drunk. And then when I'm done with that,
That's my
I
leg,
put
Scars.
Vaseline actually around the edges.
Check.
There we go.
Hey, what happened to my fluffy?
You're what?
Oh. Hey, welcome everybody to another episode of Tubbs Daily Grind. Scars was playing with my leg, so
Yes, I was.
I forgot what we were talking
You
about.
don't even know what episode it is.
No,
you just lost
106?
everything. I don't know.
Yeah, I lost all sense
Nobody
of
was
direction.
touching my leg though.
Why not?
I don't know.
John, you want to go touch your Theo's leg?
Pass.
Why?
He said hard
I
pass.
think my volume on my voice is really low.
That's why you won't touch his leg?
That's on purpose, John.
we have the same mic.
We don't want people to be able to hear
Well,
you.
yeah, when I'm doing the clips,
Hold on,
you can't
hold on.
hear my voice at
Hold
all.
on.
It just sounds. It just.
Well, it's because you talk very
Did you
low.
say episode 106?
Was I off?
It'll be it's episode. This will be episode 111.
Oh,
Really? Vibe
Yeah.
off there, buddy.
You never saw the live one that we did.
Shit, I've just been kind of dream
When you do the lives,
podcasting.
when you do the lives, you don't give it a normal number, right?
No, I've been
Okay.
sleep podcasting.
So
I missed the
111.
7,
going back.
like our Steel Eagle. This episode is brought to you by Tops Knives as well.
episode
And the Steel
111.
111.
Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, so I don't think that Bushcraft Kelso likes John very much,
Oh, he hates
No,
it.
he hates him.
and
does.
with
Think
good
so?
reason. Yeah,
Can we clip this
Why?
Clip it for what?
just to make sure we can ask him? I can send it to him.
me, Yoni.
so
What'd he say?
Kelso said, let's do a basic bushcraft workshop one day. Mm-hmm. And John said he wants to do one with Bobby Bushcraft. And he said, I'm out, and then laughed. And then did you see the hashtag that he put on his post today, John?
No,
Of course you didn't, because you don't ever look at stuff. So it says, I'm trying to forgive John, but it's hard.
That's the hashtag.
Yeah, that's an actual hashtag on his
Yeah.
post.
There's
It's,
there's one post on that hashtag. If you look it up,
There's a hair on your
There's only one.
on your microphone.
is there really?
Big
I
ass
think-
long hair.
Fuck.
It's probably like a nose hair.
It's probably Maya's. Oh no, he doesn't have her. Hold
Nope.
Like a naked mole rat. Oh,
I think you got it though.
No,
you should give the backstory, Edgar. I think you tell the story the best
On which one?
of why.
Haven't we
Bushcraft
told it
Kelso
already?
doesn't like
Yes.
him.
Yeah, we told that one
but
already.
Yeah,
long
Benny's
time
about
ago.
to turn this podcast off.
Well, because what happened? Short story. John accidentally called Bushcraft Kelso Bobby Bushcraft.
And I didn't even get to meet Bobby Bushcraft.
He doesn't like you.
Yeah, he didn't want to
He
talk to you.
probably doesn't
anyway.
like you either.
Yeah,
That's
he does.
probably, but he definitely doesn't like you.
Yeah, probably not.
I
No,
talked
not
to him.
probably. We just
Bobby
covered
Bushcraft?
this.
Yeah, I talked to him on Blake
We've
Show.
established. We've established the base.
I saw
that he
him.
doesn't like you.
He was filming though. Like the whole time he was actually filming this.
Yeah, I
thing,
believe
like-
he was there with a specific company rather than like
Himself.
an advertiser. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he was there.
We had a fight,
Who did?
Craig and me.
Really?
Yeah.
Like fist fight?
That's just
No.
a couple
No, a
days ago?
stupid fight about the surface areas of pizzas.
We were talking about pizzas during break, about how the difference between a jumbo and a large is bigger than you would think, even if it's just like the 2-inch difference. But we came to the conclusion that the difference between a medium and a jumbo is more than, so one jumbo is more than 2 mediums, even though it looks like it's not that big of a difference, right?
Yeah, and it depends on. I mean, it depends on where you get the pizza from. What we ended up doing was we took Pizza Hut and we went from a small to a large. A small is 9 inches, 9-inch diameter, right?
Yeah.
And then a large is 14, or was it 12?
14, I think. Yeah, it was 14.
Yeah, it was 14. So it's not double the diameter,
No.
right? Double the diameter would be 18 inches.
yeah.
But even though it's only 5 inches more in diameter, your total area is almost triple.
Yeah. It was insane.
Which is crazy.
That's what I was telling. Like, I read a story and I told him. He's like, no way. And he said that was bullshit. And so he did the math. Wrong, by the way.
At first, but it
And
evened out. Either way.
And then we almost did this kind of thing.
Yeah.
We were almost
fighting.
doing this.
Yeah.
A pussycat fight.
But we did it.
But we were far enough away from each other that we
Yeah,
didn't
we
need
wouldn't have reached.
Yep.
And then we ended up
Eating pizza.
yeah, we ate two. I ate
didn't
two
eat
slices.
any.
I ate his slice because he lost.
That's not why.
And,
just didn't
and so
want
I
it.
ate
He
two,
was
I
he
ate
was
two
so
slices.
mad. He was so mad he didn't want his slice.
Yeah. But we settled it amicably,
I think so.
sort of.
You seem like you're holding a little bit of animosity, but it's okay.
Well,
I am because I was right.
Big words.
You were wrong.
Well, he had
it
a
depends
sounded,
on the depends on the pizza.
What about you guys should have done like price? Which one's worth it? A jumbo because it's X amount bigger for the price? Or?
That's true. Well, how much?
Oh, all of a sudden he's worried about money.
neither is worth it.
Oh, I don't really care how much the jumbo costs. I'm just saying. Like,
No, that's a good. That's
is
a
it
good
worth
thing.
it?
Is it
Is
is
it
it
worth
is it
buying
worth it?
three
Is it
mediums?
is it worth buying one jumbo or three mediums?
Okay, what's the price of a large pepperoni pizza?
John,
at
look it up.
Pizza Hut?
I'm sure that's on like your favorites already.
Yeah, John will find it faster than anybody.
Yeah, it's one of your tabs, open tabs already.
How come we never do like
Poor guy.
running or lifting? Like,
Nobody cares about that, Skarks.
Good
I
point.
do.
Good point, John.
I like both.
yeah, see, there you go.
I like pizza and working out. I like pizza
Clearly
more than,
pizza
I
more
like
than-
pizza
yeah.
more than working out lately. That's
Yeah.
for sure. But I like both.
Yeah. Where are you, Skarks, on your half marathon running thing that you were gonna do?
The most I've ran so far is just shy under 7 miles.
Yeah.
That's
when
what I was stopping.
when are you going to decide to just do the whole thing instead of half?
When I
of
get
it?
close. When I get close, because my goal, like I was telling Jesus, is not to run.
You misunderstand. When are you going to decide to do a real marathon instead of a half marathon?
Oh, fuck that. Have you done a real marathon?
No, I haven't. I have done a half
Why
marathon.
did you join in?
I think right now, Craig, you could probably do like half of a 3K.
How much is that in math terms?
So that's from
I
the
could run a mile right now.
that's from the truck to the office.
I could run a mile right now.
Yeah, I think
For
a
sure.
mile.
Is that a 16th?
Do you think you
So
can do
that's way
5K?
more than half of a 3K. So
What about
5K right now, it'd be tough, but I probably could pull it out. Yeah.
Like without stopping?
Yeah.
A 5K? Mm-hmm. He did really good on the 5K though.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but he had a little bit of training.
not really.
Yeah, not really. I trained like 2 times.
Yeah.
I had to train.
I gotta go
like,
run
my
50
life
minutes
depended
today.
on it just to keep up with over here. And it was
Ye-
embarrassing.
You guys were like, hey, let's walk. And John's like, yeah.
Yeah, we should have made them start like way different
Completely
times
separate.
instead of a
'Cause they were
night.
So that
basic-
we didn't know our
All
times.
right,
Yeah.
nobody
Yep.
cares about this.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, nobody cares.
Medium,
John
do
cares.
the-
medium
Okay.
pizza is only gives me 2 sizes. Right?
Do you-
that's
does it give you the actual size in
A medium
inches?
is 12.
Okay,
Are you
so-
looking at Pizza Hut?
Yeah, pizza.
Okay,
Okay.
medium is 12
Oh,
inches.
medium is 12.
So medium is 11.79,
Okay.
and a large is, if it loads, 13.89.
Yeah,
Oh, the large is way worth it.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, it's worth it.
So what about Domino's? That's you buy 2 and you get 2 medium pizzas for $5.99 a piece.
I think
So 2 medium pizza. So
but their
from
mediums
medium
are small.
From
Are they?
medium to large, I guess it depends. Look up the sizes of pizza at Domino's.
Yeah, medium.
John.
Look up the size of a medium
depends.
pizza at Domino's because if it's like, I think if it's under 9 inches, it's not worth it.
If it's only about a
That's what
2-inch
she
difference. Ooh, nailed it. I was waiting for somebody to. That was low hanging fruit.
Why?
Um,
Why were you waiting for that?
Because I was gonna do it, but I was like, nah, it's too easy.
I know.
Anyway,
you have to Michael Scott it.
so if it's only a couple of inches difference between the medium and the large, then that medium, then that's probably worth it
You do-
for 2 mediums as compared to 1 large.
You do realize that John's gonna have a field day with whatever we're saying right now, right?
You're his boss. You could tell him not to.
But he won't listen.
Yeah,
John,
but,
don't.
But that's
John,
called insubordination, and
John.
I can definitely fire him for that.
well,
Oh,
that's-
now
on
we're
it.
going
John,
by the book here.
Yes,
John.
starting now.
do not have a field day with these, okay?
That's for real, John.
John,
I can't promise
John,
anything, guys.
John.
John.
My job
Do
is
not have a
You
field day
can.
with these.
my job as
My
a,
eye hurts.
as an executive director of
If you want to be able to come back to
programming
work,
is create the best content for,
Yes,
for the
that
audience.
is true. I have to back him up
And
on
then
that.
they
if
deserve
you
the
want
best.
to work here after your vacation from your wedding, you should probably
This is a win-win for us,
yeah.
Why?
Skarks.
Yeah, because if we fire him, then he's fired. Good.
And if he does great content, good.
Yeah, either way.
It's a win-win for us.
You just want pizza.
He can get. We could do both.
We're gonna order pizza for
We
this.
fire him. We get some good content as we fire him.
I thought that's what
When-
his field day was going to be.
I don't know. Anyway, find out the sizes.
You know, you would think that
back to the Skarks running. The reason I asked wasn't that one of your goals for this year?
Yeah, to run a complete 13 miles without stopping.
Do you remember what your goal was for this year?
I have 2.
You had 2. Mm-hmm. What were they?
Keep in touch. Be better at keeping in touch with friends and family. Which I'm doing.
No, you're not.
I'm doing okay at it.
I'm on the friends part of it, and you
Yeah,
haven't.
haven't heard
I
from
talk
you.
to you every fucking
I
day.
haven't heard from you.
I talk to you all the time. And the other was go
Yeah,
someplace
because
new.
you're getting paid for it.
That's different.
No, it's not.
Talking with somebody at work.
Yeah,
I've kept in touch with people that I don't see.
that he actually cares about is what he said.
No, that's not
That's
what
what he
I
meant.
is-
No, I
is-
see
That's
you
fine.
I see you 4 times a week.
He was going to say important people.
I see you more than half of the week.
I know.
And
You say it like it's a bad
people
thing.
that no, and people that I don't see regularly.
Later
Alright.
today, he's going to be like, "Hey,
This is more
how are you
important.
doing?"
Okay,
small-
small timeout from our goal thing.
A small is 10 inches, medium is 12 inches, large is 14,
Yeah.
and an extra large is
So
60.
two mediums would be more than a large
Yeah,
by quite a bit.
in area or in price?
Area. What's the difference between
10 inches? So that's
12 to 14. It was 12 to 14, right?
25 times 3.14 would be 75, about 77
It
inches.
was 12 to 14. Small was 10 inches.
Okay, so
Oh,
extra
a
large,
small-
which
yeah.
is 16 inches, is $14.99.
Wait, so a Domino's small is bigger than a Pizza Hut small?
By 1 inch.
Really? I always thought Domino's had the smallest sizes.
Maybe that, I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe it's just the way they do their crust. It looks
the
smaller.
more you know.
Yeah, because Domino's crust is really, really, really thick.
I don't really want to do the math on this.
Me neither.
I can, but
I'll just do it in my head. Just do it in your head.
5.
So 12 bucks.
There's 6,
12
36.
bucks for 2 mediums.
Yeah.
Compared to 15 bucks for a jumbo, which is 16 inches.
16, so that's 8.
that's
64
4 inches.
times 3 is about 120, about 180, about 200 and something. About 200 and
Yeah. 200-ish.
yeah, 200-ish squared,
And then 12.
which would be 36 times pi, so
So 100
12,
100 and something.
140-ish, 150.
Fuck, so that's like half the size of a jumbo. So it's cheaper to get the jumbo.
yeah.
But
The extra large.
psychologically, would you fill up more eating 2 slices of pizza of the medium or just 1 slice of the big one?
That is true. Like psychology plays a fucking role in
Well,
everything.
especially with carbs. Like, have you ever noticed how if you eat a meal and it's like, say you just had steak and salad, and then you're like, man, I'm full. You can't eat any more steak. You definitely can't eat any more salad. But they're like, hey, you want some ice cream? And all of a sudden you got room.
Yeah.
Yeah, carbs are weird like that.
Yeah. That happens a lot to me.
You always have room for dessert?
No, of
course.
Always has room for more than that.
I always have room for dessert.
Who doesn't?
I don't think I've ever.
You have room for dessert. You just are disciplined.
Yeah.
I don't
You
think.
just choose not to.
You're not a failure like us.
like, you could.
It's
you
funny,
just don't.
It's funny
That's
that you bring
different.
that up because I don't think I've ever gotten like
You
the
drank-
dessert after a meal.
You drank 2 gallons of water once.
Oh, that was the way heavier.
I know. I'm sure
Yeah.
an extra ice cream cone's okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the carbs, there's always room for more carbs. But there's not always room for like more protein or things like that.
Why is that?
I don't know.
It's just
It's
psychology.
just
It's not just psychological. Like, you actually don't even feel as full.
those calories are heavier, aren't they?
So like say you ate a fucking steak, big ass steak. You get like a big ass ribeye, right? And you're fucking full as shit. You're not gonna eat another bite of that steak, or you're gonna want to throw up. But if somebody puts a piece of cake down next to you, you're gonna eat that cake. Or most of us would eat that cake and be fine.
Most of us normal.
But if you
people.
try to eat one more bite of that steak, you're like, no, fuck this, I can't do it. I don't know why that
That's
is.
the weird thing, though.
But that's how it
I
works.
probably
with
could
carbs.
eat the rest of that steak though.
yeah, that steak
No,
would be gone.
No. If
'Cause
I
I'm-
took another bite, I'd be like, no. Once you're full, that's it.
For
You
me,
can't do it.
I don't know. I think I like steak more than dessert.
Yes, but
I'm weird.
it's a thing with carbs.
That all of a
I heard it
sudden
on Joe Rogan, so it has to be true.
Have you?
There you
Yeah. 99.9%
Well, a lot
of
of
the
the-
stuff he says is true.
No, a lot of
Just
what
like
we
my
say
comment.
here is true. Like we're experts at.
We are experts
In a lot of
it's
things.
true in our minds.
Have you guys
Right?
seen a guy on TikTok? He's all over social media right now. He's the Liver King. It's like
The Tate guy.
the primals need to know.
Which one?
His name is Liver King.
Oh no.
He's
Liver
like
King?
he's yoked, and his concept is that you have to live more like a primal, and he eats a lot of bone marrow, heart, kidney, testicles. He's like, why eat vegetables when you can eat testicles?
John eats a lot of testicles too, I'm sure.
Yeah, testicles.
Testicles.
Well, yeah.
the
But this guy's
testicles, he
fucking
loves
like
them.
like Roman back in the day. Though it was Roman 300.
It sounds like he's on that carnivore
Yeah.
diet.
So, or like a paleo type thing.
Yeah.
So,
They're-
organ
they're-
meat
they're
is
great.
denser. Sorry, continue.
I was gonna say, yeah. Let's take life expectancy back to the caveman era and to the Romans.
I've heard that excuse. I've heard that like argument about it too, but it doesn't really make sense because there's way more to it than like the reason. There's a big reason that life expectancy was different. Hygiene was different. Medicine was different.
And a lot of births, a lot of
and
people died at birth.
Yeah, a lot of that.
You said it. They lived in caves.
Availability of food. Food was more scarce. Like so, there's way more to it than that. But there is a reason that our diets have changed over time. And but then again, the reason for that kind of stuff, heart, liver, organ meat in particular, is way more dense in nutrients and like for example, a liver out of a deer is going to have more protein and more nutrients than a backstrap. It's not going to taste the same, and that's why most people don't eat it because it's not good. But supposedly it's way more nutrient dense.
Is it true that what we consider a shitty diet would have been a good diet for them since they're always moving?
I have no idea, probably.
Because one of the things they say is the reason that shit food that's bad for you tastes so damn good is because that's the food that like that'll give you a lot of calories so that you have more energy, and like the stuff that doesn't give you any energy like tastes like shit. But I don't know.
Probably. I mean, there's got to be some truth to that. You know that when it was scarce, like if it was scarce to get any kind of carb in your diet, if that's scarce, like yeah, you're gonna want them, especially if you're constantly looking for food. That's the main thing. Is like hundreds of years ago, you were constantly
Check to see if it was recorded.
You were constantly looking for food. Like you had to always be looking for your next meal, and now you don't even have to fucking think about it. It's in the fridge downstairs. It's in the fridge at home. It's on the grass It's in the gas station or the grocery store on your way to and from. Like you can find food everywhere now, where before it was like fuck, like every day you're trying to find your next meal.
Yeah.
So that makes sense to me.
And all the energy that you would waste trying to get that next meal. So imagine if you didn't eat for like 2-3 days.
Yeah, now all of a sudden some carbs sound real fucking good.
Yeah. Anyway, back to our goal thing. So,
oh yeah,
you're not doing so hot on your goals, right?
Says you. I see you every day. I see you 4 times a week, man.
So one of them was that. What was the other one?
The other one was go someplace that I haven't been.
Oh, how's that?
It hasn't happened yet. I mean, aside from work trips,
no.
It hasn't happened. We went to Houston. I've never been there, but that was work. That wasn't like a vacation.
Really?
I thought
we hadn't done a show in Houston.
No, because they moved the NRA all the time.
I've never been to Houston.
Really?
Yeah, I've been to Dallas. There was a show in Dallas. So and the NRA was in Houston the first year that I worked here, and so it was like a month after I started. I didn't go to that show.
Oh, okay.
So it has been there, but I didn't go to that show.
You didn't go to that one.
Yeah. So I had never been to Houston. But we also said that doesn't count because then it would be easy.
Yeah.
So,
did you have any goals, John?
No.
I can't remember.
I don't think so.
Mine was running that. What were yours?
Huh?
What were yours? Do you remember yours?
To pay off my credit card.
Did you pay off your credit card?
No, not yet.
Well, you guys
But I still have 4 months, 5 months. What is it?
5 months, 4.5.
This was supposed to be like a halfway through the year
5.5.
update.
Dude, the summer's almost over. It's crazy.
It just
Right.
began.
No? When's the official date for summer?
20th of June.
June 20th. Yeah.
Yeah, but we also get like what 2-3 months of summer.
We only get like a few days of summer. And then,
Seems like it.
And then a few days of spring, a few days of fall, and then it's back to winter. Well,
It's been fucking windy too. I'm
Really
so sick
windy
of the
this year,
wind.
yeah.
Gosh.
Windy and hot.
Yeah.
It's actually been a lot hotter than before.
All of
Don't
a
you guys
sudden,
think?
it was like real warm all of a sudden, and it's just been hot. And then every other day is windy. I'm done with the wind. I can handle the heat, but I'm done with that wind.
I fucking hate the wind too. So, do you think you're gonna meet your goal?
So
yeah,
I'm
5
gonna
months.
take some vacation the first part of August, and I'm gonna try to end up going somewhere that I haven't been. But I don't know if that's gonna work or not. Just
He's
I
not
don't know
going.
yet.
He's not
Nah,
gonna.
he's not
It's not up to me entirely
He
where
might-
we're going.
Oh, you don't know where you're going yet.
He
No.
might go to Boise.
Not yet. Fuck that. No.
Okay, so
He can go to Paris, Idaho. I bet
I
he has
would go to
money.
Salt Lake before I would go to Boise. I
yeah,
I don't really
Salt
like
Lake
Boise.
more. Yeah.
and it seems like it's closer.
It is. Oh, it definitely is.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salt Lake's like 3.5 hours from here.
Yeah,
Boise's
Boise's
like
like almost-
5.
No.
Yeah, four
Four and a
Boise's-
half.
No.
4.5
Like-
at least.
Well, not if you drive like a
Oh,
cycle.
apparently Edgar
It's
gets
at
there in
least
30
4 and a
minutes.
Yeah, it's at least 4.
Boise,
Four for sure.
Salt Lake is like 2 and 40.
It's gonna be like
250.
3.5. Watch.
No,
Yeah,
it's
if
not.
you drive.
No, yeah, that'll say
So,
3.5.
for
But it's
example,
around 4.
Boise from this building to the airport is 4 hours and 6 minutes.
Yeah, see.
That's not going to happen. There's no way you're going to make it in 4 hours.
Well, he will.
I made it in 3.5 hours.
I've made
No,
it
you
in
haven't.
3.
I went to Boise the past like 3-4 weeks.
Haven't.
No, you haven't.
There was
Do you
this
take
girl-
do you take the highway, the freeway the whole way, or do you take the highways?
Well, that's because you drive.
I take
Fast.
just the I-15, and then all of a sudden it
That's
merges
slower.
into the other highway.
It's slower, but it's faster. It's faster if you follow the speed limit exactly. If you don't follow the speed limit,
I go 85, 86.
if you don't follow the speed limit, then this way is shorter through Arco.
Through Arco, that way's, as long as there's no construction,
Yeah,
that way's faster every time.
But
A
if you
lot
speed.
faster.
I've never been
even
through
if
Arco.
you don't
I've never
speed,
been.
it's usually faster.
no.
Yeah,
Is it-
dude, the
I-
way
I've
through
been-
Arco is a better view. First of all,
it's a nice view.
and as long as there's no construction, man, it's faster.
As long as you don't have to stop every 5 seconds to pee, then that way's good.
How fast do you run on that
If you have to,
freeway?
if you have somebody
on
that
the
you-
freeway, it's 80.
80.
And the Arco one is a freeway or a highway?
No, it's a highway.
It's a
you're
highway,
running
but it's
several highways.
65, 70,
That's
isn't it?
brutal, dude.
Yeah, you can go 65 most of the way, but you can actually drive faster.
Yeah, most people drive at 80.
And the drive is it's a way better drive. The scenery is way better, and it's a shorter route.
Sort of. If you were walking, then yeah, this way is way faster.
Miles, it's definitely shorter.
Yeah, miles is way shorter.
I was going
Because you avoid most of the loop.
I
You
might-
end up in what, Mount Home or around there?
Yep. Yeah, you come out at Mountain Home.
Mount Home
Yeah.
somewhere.
I might have to try that next time.
Do it.
It's a fun-
Do
it's
it.
a fun drive.
I've never-
The drive's way better.
I've always just gone the other way.
When they were when was it 2-3 years ago or something, there was like a shitload of construction around like Twin Falls.
Yeah, that
but it
was
was like
faster.
there was that, and then there was more past Twin Falls, and that year it was like an hour faster to go through Arco because of all the construction.
Is it a 2-lane or is it just one?
It's
It's
one
just a
most of
fucking
the way.
horse and buggy cart, John. Relax,
It's
dude.
one most of the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is there Amish
It's just
people?
it's like a 2-lane road. It's like
It's just a turn lane.
just
yeah.
a road.
It's like- have
just
you seen
highways.
Amish people?
There's a spot that's 4, isn't it? Or no?
Probably part of it.
Like
yeah.
towards Mount Home.
Didn't
I
you
don't
say
know.
you wanted to do more camping, Jesus?
No?
I swear he did.
Something like
What was your thing, Jesus?
My goal?
Yeah.
Pay off my credit card.
There was
We gave 2,
there was
didn't
something
we?
else, wasn't
I
there?
don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe
So
stop
it's
forgetting
going really
stuff.
well.
The credit card one's not doing too bad. I've made some moves that
Yeah.
most people don't realize you can make. Like if you have a lot of debt, just fucking get a 0 interest rate credit card. Like
You
yeah,
know,
they
was it-
charge you a fee, but it's usually less than what you'll end up paying.
In interest.
In interest.
Yeah.
And it's not a lot of debt. You bought a computer and they kind of,
They fucked me on that.
yeah, they fucked up on the computer. Because it says you'll make the, like this, like payment,
Yeah.
payment-wise. You'll make this payment every month, but they just guesstimate it. But then when you get charged for it, they charge you in full.
The whole thing, and they don't charge you interest on that. But since I have other debt on there, like the way they separate it, you have to
Oh,
pay
yeah.
a certain amount for them not to charge you the interest. Well, I wasn't paying that amount because, like,
If you have 2 different
Yeah.
balances on your credit card, 2 different types of
Yeah.
balances, then yeah, they'll fuck you over.
yeah. And so I was paying like quite a bit of interest per month, and so I was like, fuck it. And so I found a 0% interest rate for 18 months.
On like a transfer.
On the transfer, they charged me like $200, but it saved me. So it saved me. I would have paid like probably $900 to $1,200 in interest over that same period. So that $200 is nothing.
Yeah.
So now I'm just trying to be more careful.
How long do you have to pay it down before interest kicks in?
18 months.
Okay. if you don't get it paid off by then, transfer it again somewhere else.
Oh yeah, no,
Because
for sure.
with credit cards, most of the time
they'll do the whole
they'll
thing.
backtrack. Yeah, they'll back
All at
date
once.
all of that interest.
Yeah.
They'll still compile it, and you just don't get charged it unless you don't pay it off in time.
Yeah,
And then they fuck you again.
yeah. What I'm trying to do is find out what the minimum payment is, and then do so that I do 2 payments.
Oh, okay.
So that way I have some room.
Yeah.
That if something happens, I can.
You'll still be good.
Yeah, but it, like I said, most people don't realize how much interest can fuck you, and at the same time, there's so many ways to kind of do things to
Unfuck you.
to help yourself out because, like, if you're not careful, that shit will ruin you.
The interest, yeah.
Yeah, you just will. And a lot of people, even if you can afford it without an issue, you just get used to paying the bill and you don't care.
Yeah,
It's like you're paying that interest for zero reason.
yeah,
You just don't care.
yeah. That's true.
It's worth it to you because you don't put a little bit of effort into being like, hey, wait, I could probably do this and pay it off faster or save money here.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's that whole it's called opportunity cost that you lose. So opportunity cost is money you spend here could have been used somewhere else that could generate a little bit more. And so not only are you losing your amount, you're also losing the amount that you could have made with that amount. So when you look at the long term, and most people don't look at that, but you should. Like most people should, because there's a lot of money lost for no reason. Like people that are responsible, like most people that are responsible, they still pay everything with cash. And there's like an opportunity loss. Like so you could have been paying with a credit card and paid it off like all of it per month since you're paying it anyway and get the rewards points, whether it be travel, whether it be just a refund that you get. Like John was telling me about his. How much did you make off of just your credit card
$1,000.
over the course of half a year?
Yeah, about.
Only 6 months?
Yeah.
Damn,
Because he was
that's-
paying so many things for his wedding.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
So like he could have paid it all cash or whatever, and
And
been
been
out
out
of
of that
out of that.
$1,000. Yep.
And so that you can roll over into some like another thing. And it's funny because he makes fun of us. He makes
Not
fun
that
of
kind of funny.
No, he makes fun of us because we show him, hey, dude, look, I made $1 here. I made 25 cents here. I made $1. But you compound that shit, man. That all adds up.
And now he understands it, but he's still...
He doesn't care is the thing. But
I'm right here.
I know.
When was the first time you heard the term opportunity cost?
Probably
It was a strip
20
bar. Oh.
11.
Because I don't remember ever hearing that in high school. I don't
No,
ever
I didn't hear it
remember
in high
hearing that
school, no.
in any of the
No,
college
no,
courses
no.
I took.
None of that shit.
No, it's all been books and just like
Yeah.
other people that actually
That
know
seems
what
like
they're doing.
something... It's
Like-
one of the, it's just another one of those things. Like, you should learn that when you're learning about money.
Yeah, like if in high school they taught you about compounding, like
How did they not talk to you about opportunity cost?
Yeah.
be no
If they were
teachers.
talking to you about compounding.
Yeah, they don't talk to you about compounding in school.
They'll cover it.
The only compounding is in
briefly.
algebra.
Did they teach you guys how to write a check?
Yeah.
I learned how to write a check in
No, I didn't learn that.
They didn't have checks back then.
fourth grade. Because we had this goes to like the teachers that like actually give a shit and they try. Like that teacher was awesome. Because so where I used to go to school in Washington, they combined fourth and fifth grade. And so there was fourth and fifth graders in that class, and she'd teach something that was like for both of us, and then she'd like kind of separate us and do like a little bit like the homework would be different. It was weird, but they were showing us how to do the balance of checkbook. But what we would do is they would reward us based on our grades and stuff. She would give us points. And then so you'd have a checkbook with your points. So she'd say, hey, you get 100 points or whatever added to your checkbook. And so you had to keep track of it. So if you fucked up, like she had a count, but if you fucked up the wrong way, wouldn't. Like,
Did she have her count in Excel so she didn't have to balance the checkbooks?
I don't know if Excel back then was a thing. It was a while ago. But anyway, so at the end of the quarter or whatever, we could all bring something that we didn't need anymore, and we'd bring to trade, and so you could use your fake money to buy stuff.
That's cool.
And to show how different the times was, like one kid brought a potato gun.
Fuck yes.
And so like one of the things that they were selling was a potato gun. Now try that. Well, don't try that. I mean,
Yeah, that's probably a felony.
yeah. But anyway, so I learned about checkbooks and how to write a check and stuff like that, and that was interesting to me. But in school here, they never show you any of that shit.
They showed us they spent maybe 1 hour one time talking to us about how to balance a checkbook when I was in high school.
Don't they have like an economics class?
Yeah, but they don't even teach you that. They teach
Yeah, they
you
don't even
like
teach you economics in
they,
it.
they teach you like what economics is and like why
The
it
history
got
of it and stuff?
why it got to where it's at now. Not like, hey, like this is how to become successful or anything like that. Like with your money, how to invest your money, nothing like that. They just teach you the history, like where it came from, and then basically how kinda it works, and that's it.
Yeah, in
Is
the
outdated.
economics class that I
What?
took, they taught us for like an hour how to balance a checkbook. They taught us a little bit about interest and stuff here and there, and then they talked about rich people the rest of the time, like how they got rich.
Damn.
That was supposed to be, but it wasn't really like teaching you how they got rich so that you could get rich. It was more like just
Hey,
the
look what-
history part of it.
look what
The-
this dude did,
yeah,
and
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like a.
That's
It wasn't like a positive thing.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
don't
weird.
remember that.
My old boss at the business firm we worked at, you lived by Dave Ramsey, and he would like imply so much about compound interest. But every time you'd ask him, like, okay, so if I do this, where do I put the money? And the conversation would end. Like, okay, so.
Well, that's
what
because
now?
they're not financial. Was he a financial advisor?
He was. But the Dave Ramsey stuff that he was telling us, like, I think that's like the biggest bullshit in the world, whoever believes that.
The Dave Ramsey?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He's full of shit.
He's a little full of shit, but
His method works, but it's not necessarily the best way.
no.
It's like,
And
it's
It
like
can,
saying,
it
what
can
do you,
get people out of debt.
how do you call the
but-
quinela in Spanish? How do you call it? Like, how would you call it?
what?
What?
The quinela? Like,
The fuck is that?
when everybody like pitches in like a pot of money, I guess.
Oh yeah,
Like everybody
A
puts in.
quinela? That's what you call it?
What do you guys call it?
Isn't it called a tanda?
Tanda. Yeah,
yeah,
Quinela is the soccer one, dude.
Oh, okay.
Where they, isn't it?
I don't know, but you know what I mean.
It's a tanda, yeah.
That it's like if I just put my name on it. Oh, that's the John method, and that works because it makes you save money quicker because you're compounding your money with no interest.
You're not compounding your money though with that.
Exactly, but I'm saying with no interest.
No, his method is to get people out of debt. It's not to like make you rich.
Yeah, there's so for people that like to get out of debt, there's I can't remember what it's called, but basically there's two ways. There's one way where people pay off the biggest loan first, and then they work their way to the small ones because you want to get rid of the interest. Mm-hmm. But there's another one that's backwards. You pay the small ones first, and then take that payment and you roll it over to the next one.
It's called a snowball, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Snowball,
yeah.
and then there's another one. It's two of them, and they're kind of backwards,
Yeah.
like from each other. But the goal is that with the snowball one is you're snowballing it into to where you got used to these payments, and then like you'll get once you get to the big one, you're gonna pay it off real quick because you've added all the thing.
Yeah, and then once that's paid off, then you start
Yeah.
saving and investing that.
Yeah, but if you have high interest, like it's a high interest credit card, that's not. You shouldn't do it that way because by the time you get to it, like the interest is
The
already
interest is a
fucking.
lot.
Yeah. That's why I like doing it this way, where you can separate. And if there's companies that you can do so that it takes all your credit card debts and just puts it in one, so it's just one payment.
Yeah,
but then
and-
again, you're making this really big account that you have to pay.
Yeah,
So-
well, and he was also super rigid with his approach, like, and he was like, no, don't ever get a credit card for zero reason ever, never ever
Yeah.
do it. And then he would go to hotels, and people would be like, well, what about hotels? And he'd be like, they'll take your debit card. They don't want to, but they will.
Yeah.
It's like, don't give them your debit card,
No.
motherfucker. Because if they want to charge you some incidentals,
Yeah.
like that money's gone, man, and your bank is not going to give it back to you. That's one of the things with credit cards that is a good thing, is when there's fraud on a credit card, that's not your money.
No.
That's the credit card's money, and they're going to work their asses off to get it back.
Yeah.
But when there's fraud on your debit card,
They don't give a shit.
that's your money, and the bank doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
They're going to do the bare minimum to get your money back.
There's a guy out there. He's like, I don't let any of my kids use debit cards. He's like, there's zero protection with debit cards, and there's no rewards. Mm-hmm. So he's like, just credit card all the way.
Yeah, you can put all sorts of limits on credit cards, and again, when there's fraud, they want their money back, and they're not coming to you for it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but and like I've said before, there's a strategy for everybody. So you have to see what you like and what works for you, and then kind of do that.
It's funny. I was teaching my little brother that because he asked me how much So I have that photo booth, the 361, and he asked me like how much I paid. I was like, well, the bank bought it for me. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, yeah, they bought it for me. And I told him how I used a credit card to buy the photo booth, but then it's making me money, and it's just like paying it off, right? And like I was like, nothing came out of my pocket.
Yeah.
I was like, it all came from him. I was like, so they bought it.
It's just a little bit of risk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
Yep.
if something goes wrong and it's not working out, then
you still got to pay
Then
it.
you still have to pay it. But for the most part, that's why everybody's afraid of credit, like of asking for loans and stuff. But that's the only way that somebody with a normal job is gonna get out of working at a normal job, is by doing stuff.
No, and it's stuff that you
Yeah.
learn along the way. Because I didn't know, like I know we talked about it before. Growing up, your parents always, or my parents always taught us how debt was bad. Like debt, you don't want debt in anything. No credit cards, no nothing. Like if you put anything on a credit card, you make sure you pay that off like instantly, no matter how big it is. So growing up, you start thinking like, oh, I can't put anything on a credit card because that's bad. If I want to get something,
I have to save up.
and do it that way. But they don't teach you like, hey, like using a credit card, you can finance stuff that's going to make you money back. Of course, don't go and spend it on something stupid that's not going to make you any money. But if you spend it on something that's going to make you your money back, then that's actually good debt, you know.
Yeah. And the other benefit too, when you use credit like that, and you make sure to pay it off on time and no late fees, your credit score goes up. And so the difference between getting a loan for a house, for example, between really good credit and kind of shitty credit, the percentage, the interest rate that you get charged, the difference can be like even almost 2% sometimes.
On a home loan, that's
On
a
home loan,
fuckload
that's
of
a
money.
shitload of money. You're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars difference for that little 2 points. It's fucking insane.
It's insane. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm glad I learned that, like, to being able to do things like that. And before you never thought about like using or thinking the bank is going to buy you something just because you think you have to pay it off right away.
Yeah.
And I think part of that probably stems from your parents who grew up when there's no way they were getting a loan.
Yeah.
Like no bank was going to loan them money, you know, and like that's the way it was with my parents. It was hard for them to get a loan for a car when I was growing up. Cuz they're like, you got a house and 6 fucking kids, like we're not going to give you a loan for a car. You know, so it was like they weren't out there trying to buy a new car. They were trying to buy a 5-year-old car that was still in good shape, you know, and it's so some of it I think is a product of that, is that they're used to not having access to that in the first place. So the mindset was always work for it and buy it when you can afford it. And it's like, well, you know, if you're that's different from a loan like what you did with that photo booth. What you did with that photo booth was more of a business thing. You're going to spend the money to make the money. And, you know, like for a normal person just buying a car, it's not necessarily the same situation, because they're not necessarily buying the car to make money. I mean, they're going to drive it to work, but they're not directly making money from it. So, you know, like you should have discipline, but you should also, you gotta know like when that risk is okay.
Yeah.
You know, and so like it sounds like the risk was okay.
Yeah, on that one, yeah, most definitely.
You know, but a lot of people won't do that just because they're afraid of that risk. So
What type of person do you think you are, Craig? Do you think you're
He's
the
a
person?
white male that works at home.
Do you think you're the person that?
I'm at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to like the what is it called, the Victim Olympics.
What?
Like I have no, there's no. I'm a white heterosexual male, so I'm I'm at the bottom of that pole.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
You've never heard of that?
No.
Okay, never mind then.
Anyway, my question was, where do you think? What type of person do you think? So there's people that get stuff on credit, and they work to pay that. So they get to a point where they can't get more stuff on credit. They work to pay that credit off. They work. They finally pay that off. Then they get into debt again and slowly start building it, getting into debt. Or are you the person that saves, then all of a sudden, boom, spends, and then have to work up the way to save again?
I don't think I'm either one of those. I used to be the one that would rack up the debt and then pay it off.
And then pay it off.
And I don't really do that
That's
anymore.
good. Because, like, what they were saying is that the thing the rich people do that we don't is that they rack up the debt, but to stuff that makes them money. And then they use that money to pay their debt. And then they use that to get their savings. So they're working both at the same time. So most people, it's you make your money, and then you buy something expensive. You make your money, you buy something expensive. Or you buy something expensive, and then you pay it off. Then you buy something expensive, pay it off. What these guys do is they save their money, buy something that's making them more money, they pay that off, but they also buy something that's making them more money. So they're always like stepping.
So they don't end up at the same. They don't end up back where they were.
Back where they
end
started.
up a little better than where they were.
Yeah, and most of us, like, especially my parents, they'd save up to buy something like a car or whatever, and then boom, all of it gone. So now you have to work all the way up to save it again. And so you never get
And
out
by the
of a
time
hole.
you do that, it's time to buy a new car.
Yeah, you never get out of a hole that way.
Yeah.
And so doing this where even if you're like us, we're making like $1 here, $20 here, 25 cents here, like you're always a little bit more than before. And then hopefully the goal is that by the time you're older, you know, that you worked all these up to where you're way up here now as opposed to down here. And then you have money for the fun stuff. If we make it that far, I guess.
Yeah, that's one of the other things with Dave Ramsey is like you don't do anything fun
No.
until all your debt's paid off. That's
Stupid too.
That's stupid.
And that's what I was telling John. Like that you have to find a balance
Yeah,
because you also have to have fun.
of course. The fun that you're going to have on a trip to some exotic place when you're 25 compared to when you're 65
Yeah.
is very different.
Yeah. Plus, like at the end of the day, like at the end of your lifespan or whatever,
That's why I'm having fun now.
it's like this one guy said, like, because some girl said that he kind of where Skarks is at. I'm not having no kids. Fuck that. My career's first. But he's like, when you're 90, are people gonna give a shit of what you bought during your whole lifespan? He's like, this lady here. She's like, she's 90. She had like 17 kids or whatever. But like, he's like, this whole house is packed full of people that have memories, that have like all like. Yeah, she didn't have a amazing career, but I mean, her fucking legacy is like for way past when she dies.
Is it though?
Yes.
Yes, it is. And so like,
Yeah, with all those people, absolutely.
yeah. And so like, for example, now, like when my wife's family has a reunion, if they can, there's so many people, like there's so many like stories. There's like, it's insane. And like, they didn't have money, but they have this amazing fucking life.
Oh yeah, when I went to when my wife's grandma turned 100, they did a big ass party, and a lot of family went. It was like 200 people or something. It was
That's
it
insane.
was like 175 or 200 people, and they started counting all the people that weren't there, and not even half of them were there. It was fucking huge,
Yeah.
and not even half of them were there. And I was like, okay, this is cool.
And all of them came from
You know?
that same.
Yep. And they're all over the place. There were people from Florida, from Texas, from California, from Arkansas. There were people from like 15 different states and 3 or 4 different countries.
Yeah,
that
nobody
showed up to
remembers. nobody gives a shit about what house they had when they were, or what car they had when they were younger, or what. But at the same time, like, there's a middle ground, because it can't be all fun, but it can't also be all like
It can't be no fun either.
it can't also be all restrictions, which is
So
It's
start
a-
having
it's a
some
tough-
kids, Skarks.
You better get it going now.
So I think that's the moral of this story.
Is it?
You need children. Yeah,
No,
isn't that what you were getting at, Jesus?
no.
After
but
35,
yeah,
totally
now
missed
your
the boat
sperm
then.
count goes down.
the point was that yes, you do have to save up and all that shit, but you also have to realize that at the end of the day, what matters is that you have quality time with your family, and
Not
because
just
that's
that,
what you're gonna remember.
You got to do what you want to do, because everyone.
It was
Hey,
a
Starks,
joke.
not everybody wants to be a bishop, man.
No, but,
Yeah,
but you know what I mean. Like sometimes,
No, of course.
some people are comfortable. Like we talk about it all the time. Like doing the same thing over and over. Like living the American dream, which is like having a 9 to 5, getting married, getting the house, having kids. Like that does not interest me.
That's
bit.
not the American
What if
dream.
you switch it up a little bit?
You know what I mean?
Wife
Like,
and
like right now, I'm having fun. Like, I don't have kids. Like, I can go and hang out with whoever I want and like just have a
Plus,
good time.
you should settle down before
For what?
before
options are now
inflation
there.
gets worse.
No, because look, if you
Right?
think about it, there's a lot more divorces than there are than
No.
breakups.
No, there isn't.
No, there's a lot of
more
divorces.
marriages than divorces.
And then people date for 2 months and then get engaged.
Yes, but at a certain point, you're only
Maya.
dating all the divorced ladies.
That's wholeflation, and wholeflation is getting worse.
Yeah, but how do you know it's the
Right?
one? Like, I was actually thinking about this the other day, and I had a conversation with the girl. I'm like, how do you know that person is the one, and you're gonna invest all your eggs into this basket?
Because-
and especially, hold on,
Because you make that person the one.
No, wait, and especially when you've only dated like 1 or 2 people.
Fair. That's totally fair.
Yeah.
You don't know that's the one.
No,
like
of
you
course
haven't
not.
even played the field. You haven't even dated other people.
I know,
No,
but
of
what
course
if you've
not.
already abandoned the one because you didn't work on it?
And see, and I'm just talking shit about the kids thing.
No, you're not.
No, he's
Do
not.
it on your own time. That's totally fine. No, I mean like when you're ready, do it. But as far as like the one, I don't know that that's even a thing, man. There's 7 billion people on the planet.
Yeah.
There's probably 1 million or
The
2.
ones.
There's probably 100 million. The one
ones,
for
yeah.
you.
100,000.
And by that, it just means somebody that you can grow with, and you don't always have to agree. You don't always have to be on the same side of things. You just make that decision, you know. And if you don't want to make that decision, if that's not your thing, don't do it.
Yeah, then don't.
You know,
Because I've seen
But,
too many people that are miserable.
Yeah, but
But
then
you,
at a certain
oh,
point,
of course,
at a certain
of
age,
course.
you're only dating the people that are getting divorced. So
But see,
you're like,
a lot of the miserable people aren't actually miserable. They just like to say that because that's the thing to say.
I like to complain.
I've seen
There's a
so
lot of them
many-
that are miserable.
100%.
That's for
not,
sure.
not just that. Like I think I've seen more married couples cheat on each other than I have seen like with people who are not married.
Yeah, that could be.
And that is probably true.
No, I've seen it. And like some
mean,
of these
yeah.
girls or guys, I'm like,
You know, it depends on your
Just leave
your people.
But even
It
if-
just depends on who you know. But I think that's pretty common. I do, and
And-
that's because you haven't made the commitment yet, and so like there's no reason to go.
No, not just
somewhere
that,
else.
like-
and then like there's this psychological thing that happens once they get married. It's like, oh shit, now I can't do this, and now they want to. And
That's weird.
It's a weird thing, but
the male race cannot take no as an answer. As like a psychological endorphin that just triggers that you can't.
That's-
I also read that sometimes when
That one take guy
men
said
cheat
that.
is because they want to prove that they can still
Function.
get another girl. You know, like another mate. You can
well,
say.
and I mean, if you go back to like the whole evolution of the species, like dudes needed to impregnate women, like multiple. Like monogamy is probably not necessarily something that made sense when you're a young species. You know, like if it takes 2 people almost a whole year to make another person, that doesn't make sense for a species. Like that's
Yeah.
why whales are fucking going extinct and shit like that. Yes. No, that's why species that have like such long gestation periods, that's why they're struggling in today's world, especially if they're also considered food, because there's too many people for them to continue working that way. You know what I mean? So like I get that. I that's kind of an evolutionary thing that dudes want to impregnate a lot of women, and women want the security of somebody to like take care of them. That's not today's world, because that doesn't need to happen anymore. But
That, and I think social media has a big thing to do with it. Now you see all these girls or all these guys, and it's not just because before it's like you would date someone in your city just because you obviously, unless you went somewhere else, like say you went to Salt Lake and met this girl there, you guys were at the same club and like started talking, and then it's stemmed off from there. But right now on social media, you see a girl and you're like, oh shit, like, let me message her real quick, and then from there you would have never met this girl if it wasn't for social media.
Yeah, so like the number one indicator for like relationships and love is proximity. But now we have the internet.
Yeah.
So like that proximity
Yeah, look at
is
Sparks.
different.
He goes to Zimbabwe just to meet a girl because he doesn't want to go to Rigby.
No, I have my
The one is, you know what? The one is probably in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Probably.
I have my
I bet
reasons
inflation
why
in Zimbabwe is really through the roof.
I have my
I bet
reasons
it
why I
is.
don't
I
date
bet it
girls
is.
from here. Like it's
Maybe it's just psychological, man. Maybe
no,
you don't like
Why?
It's experience.
Why?
There's always an ex that can't get over that person, and so it leads to like arguments. It leads to fights. Like the last girl that I tried to talk to from here, her ex showed up to the
Carrot
gym.
Tops?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
No, not here at all.
Oh, not Carrot Tops? Okay.
No. Showed up to the gym and like was trying to act all tough with me. But you know what I mean? Like I don't want to deal with that type of drama. I don't want to deal with like your ex and things like that because I don't have an ex of mine reaching out to you being like, hey, like you need to back the fuck off, or anything like that. Or you run, since we live in like in a smaller town, it's always like, damn, I can't believe you're talking to her. I thought we were boys, because I talked to her like 5 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, and things like that. You run into those issues too. So that's why I was like, you know what? I'm just dating girls from.
Yeah, but
not
none of
from here.
none of that's
Bro, we
really
have
that big of a deal if she's the one.
Pocatello.
That is true.
No, but because you guys don't see it, because you guys are all
No,
married.
I get what you're saying.
You guys are all married.
We all found the one.
That exact same. Those both.
He
of
found
those,
the one twice.
Both of those scenarios. No, the first one definitely wasn't the one, and I knew it. But so I both of those scenarios you just talked about, I dealt with my wife.
Yeah, see, but it's like when you're in a place of
I remember.
like you're in a place of like you don't have this drama going around it, and then you don't want to start talking to somebody,
Dude,
and then all of a
that
sudden
just means you're putting the
their
drama
drama.
first. That doesn't really mean like if you did find the one, you're putting the reason why you're not getting.
no,
with that
because
person
it's a
is because
constant thing. So like
you're
for example, like I was talking to this girl, right? I'm like, you know what? I need to get away from the whole like don't date girls from here. So
Yeah.
so I started.
So you
talking
gave it
to her.
another shot.
I gave it a shot. Instantly, the ex was like
but we go
trying
back
to
the
fight
same
me.
thing, dude. You get to a certain age and point that all you can get is women that have been married that have kids, and maybe one or two instances that they.
I'm not complaining about the kids. I'm not complaining
Well,
about
yeah,
the
but
kids.
That's kind of the.
He's
the,
complaining about the drama that comes with
right,
the
but that's
exes.
the only thing that's left. You miss your wave, and like you're stuck with people that have already been divorced. They've already had kids.
That's what he's saying. That's
Right.
why he's going out. Like he's outsourcing the
So
women.
what I'm saying
No,
is
so
like
when
you
you
got to
go
get on
to
it now.
I've never ran into an issue.
You're gonna get to cougars, bro. and
I've
grandkids.
never ran into issues with girls that I date outside of.
yeah,
like,
that's
I
what
don't-
he's saying. That
Never run into issues. It's always when I try to, because like I said, it's always like, say Jesus dated this girl a long time ago, right? And then all of a sudden, like I start talking to her and be like, "Damn, I thought we were boys," like.
Well, that's Jesus' problem.
But
that is true. To be fair to John,
and then another example,
that is
say
true. That is my fucking problem.
no, say I start talking to a girl, right? And like, cause this has happened, and someone that I'm not even like, I know him. I'll say hi to him. For example, like say Nick was talking to some girl,
Uh-huh.
and like I see him here at
you guys are
work.
competing with Nick
No,
for the same girl.
You're not.
It's
so
just
like
a scenario, John.
it's just a scenario. So like he was like say I start talking to her and be like, hey man, I can't believe you're talking to her. I thought we were cool. This I was like, bro, like, we work together. Like that's it. Like I didn't know, and then you start running into all these like issues and drama. And,
I get what you're saying.
and so I'm like, fuck that.
So if you're dating somebody that's not from here, that probably still exists. But you're just not going to run into the fucker at the gym.
Yeah.
But you act
Okay,
like
fair enough.
you know every girl in town. I bet you haven't even discovered 10% of the girls that live here.
In John's defense, you are generalizing.
But
So
Have you
there's
ever gone
gotta
to the
be-
airport?
But
and
in
you're
Skark's
like,
defense, it is a fucking small world.
I think we should argue. You and I instead of
No,
them.
no,
for them.
See, okay,
You think so?
Okay,
Yeah.
for
who
example,
do you want me to be? What side do you want me to take?
I definitely want to be on Edgar's side
Why?
because I don't like John.
Okay, I'll be on John's side. John, what's your side?
That he should date
Scared of
girls from
women.
here.
I'm
Okay.
scared of
I don't
women.
care. I don't
He
care.
should. He should not care
Why should he date women from here?
because he shouldn't care what other people think. He should get past the drama.
He doesn't care.
He should be a big boy.
No, because see, the thing
He
is,
doesn't
like,
care. He wants to go around the world.
He wants
and
to
find. He wants to find the girl that you're never gonna find because you don't want to leave.
Well,
Wait.
By you, I mean John.
Pause this conversation. Edgar goes for women, the same type of women that he's going for here. He's going for out of town.
I know.
Right.
no.
But Edgar
He
doesn't
is.
have to deal with the ex.
Right.
no. Okay, look.
Right.
Fuck, I'm arguing.
Okay, here's an example. Here's the example.
is
Say
hard.
that guy that showed
It's hard
up
to be
the,
on your side.
No, say that guy showed up to the gym, right?
Yes.
Like the guy that wanted to fight me. Say I did fight him, right? And then all of a sudden I get arrested. Now I got arrested for that, and all my other shit that I have going on, it just stops.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Just
still,
because I have to deal with this girl's ex.
what's the reason for behind dating besides smashing? What's the real reason?
Smashing.
Why would you date a girl? Why would you waste your
Getting to
time?
know her.
Okay, and why would you want to get to know her to see if she's the one?
Because you like females.
maybe.
Right. Well, if you're trying to find the one, then eventually, if you do find the one in Zimbabwe, you have to either bring her down or go over there.
That is true.
Yeah.
so I mean,
Yeah. So, are you gonna be paying all your extra?
My wife is from Guatemala. Here
Are
she
you-
is.
I know, but now you're arguing from. So you're gonna use all your side hustle business to fly some lady from Zimbabwe?
Why not?
she's the
Because-
one.
If she's the one, then fuck yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
I don't care if she lives here or on the moon.
Yeah, but I don't
One way
pay
or-
for them
one
to
way or
come
another.
here.
She's gonna get here.
Well, if she's the one, you're gonna fly her here, or you're gonna move to
You'll
Zimbabwe.
probably pay for it.
No.
He probably
No.
lives in
Would you
Zimbabwe.
move to Zimbabwe?
No wonder you're single.
For
You
the
don't
one.
fucking pay for anything.
Why would I pay for their flight to come over?
Because she's the one.
Because she's the one.
No, because like
That's
when I,
neither here nor
when I
there.
had
Welcome to the right side.
when I had my ex from Texas, right? Like I would fly over there. She didn't pay for it. She would come over here. She would pay for it, and then that's just how it worked.
Okay,
Like,
But she wasn't the one.
Long distance relationships
that's true.
do not exist. I
She
don't
was
care.
like the.
They do.
She was like the
says that?
117th.
they do.
How many times have you heard? Oh, I'm in a long distance relationship. Well, good luck.
My
how
wife
long
lived
that-
in Twin Falls for at least a year while we were dating.
Yeah, but
if not
that's
longer.
You could drive. Like if you really
Yeah, that's still
wanna
a long
see her-
distance relationship. That's fucking 2.5 hours.
Not
How
Zimbabwe.
often
long-
are you going to drive 2.5
Right?
hours?
Not Zimbabwe.
It doesn't matter. It
Who
doesn't
said I'm
matter.
going
It
to
doesn't matter.
Zimbabwe,
It doesn't
bro?
matter.
We
It
can
doesn't
draw-
matter.
It does matter.
It makes no
hours is
difference.
It makes a
doable.
huge difference.
She lived 2.5 hours away
That's
for over a
drivable.
year.
But you
Although,
knew,
I
you
agree
knew
with-
she was going to come back.
I agree with John.
So?
Exactly.
If she was in Zimbabwe for school, I would have known she was coming back.
You think?
No? It's not
Well,
the
is
same.
she your wife? Was she your wife?
No, we
before?
were dating.
Okay, then that's still. I don't consider it like a long distance relationship.
Well,
'cause
I do.
She lived here. I'm
Yeah.
talking about he's trying to get with someone
she
from
wasn't
Zimbabwe.
moving. She
Yeah,
wasn't moving.
Exactly.
Why
Are
would
you
I
trying to
go-
get with someone from
No.
Zimbabwe? Why not?
That's just
Why?
like-
you got a problem with African people?
No, I ain't going that far.
That's
What do you mean? You're not going that
what
far.
do you mean?
Like I'm not gonna
Distance?
fly.
Oh, in distance.
In
Oh.
distance. I'm not going that far.
Yeah, but
Damn,
I'm,
that
talking
sounds
I'm talking
super
about
racist
two,
for a
two
second.
people
Oh no, I've dated black girls.
that live
You can't say
in
that.
separate places.
You can't
Separate
say that
places,
either.
and you don't even know if they're like okay, if someone was dating Edgar from Texas, this boy is not.
You can't say that.
Oh, sorry. This old
Jeez,
man.
This is going downhill.
Old man. You don't know if he's loyal. You don't know anything because you just know him long distance. Like
That
how
is
many-
true.
How many times How many times would it take you to meet someone? That's a lot of flights.
How long does it take when you're dating before you're no longer just sending your representative to meet her representative to where you're actually meeting her?
Is this the mating part?
No. This is
what?
so whenever you meet somebody, so like not just necessarily for dating,
I get what you're saying.
right? You're not you.
Oh,
No, I'm me 100% every time.
honeymoon
bullshit.
phase.
No, dead ass.
No,
There's no way.
No,
You're
no,
full of
no
shit.
wonder
I'm
you're
the
single.
same
Yeah.
way. I'm the
You
same
do not
way.
talk to me the same way that you talk to these other
Yeah.
girls.
Yeah.
Because that's you.
No, I do.
Because you're
Why?
you, John.
Yeah, but
I
mean,
talk
in
to you
general-
differently
No.
than I talk to everyone else.
That is
okay,
true.
okay, because
that is true. A point to point to Craig.
I've done
A
that
point of words
before.
to Craig for that
I've
one.
done that before.
Yes,
when
but
you do the
will,
whole.
you will bend backwards for a girl if you're trying to get at her, no
you?
matter what. Yes.
No,
I've seen
no,
him
no,
drink
no, he's
for a girl, and
he's
he
saying-
doesn't drink.
he-
we
he-
all know this.
No,
That is true.
he's saying
He's
One
drinking
point to John.
he's drinking
Give
a
John
hard
a point.
seltzer right now.
Give John a point.
Because it's a podcast. But if you just offer
Craig a
randomly,
point.
how many times
I don't drink beer.
How many times has Edgar been offered a drink, whatever it is, and he denies it because he doesn't want to drink it?
Actually, he drinks a lot.
No, because when you offer me, I'm gonna do something right after. Like, hey, like take these shots.
But if you,
but I gotta go to the gym.
If you have to go to the gym, if a girl's like, "Hey, can we hang out right after work?" You will skip the gym, even if you don't go at your regular time.
No.
You will skip the gym for a girl. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go back.
Literally seen me go to the gym and then go like on like I tell you I'm gonna go hang out with somebody.
John, when you
I
say
agree with John. I do agree with John though. You can't 100%. You're still sending maybe it is you that you're sending, but it's like it's like the tip of the iceberg you that you're sending. It's the best of the best of the best.
No, see,
that
that's
you're
what
sending.
that's what I was trying to tell him.
You're not sending like failure, Edgar.
No, that's what I was telling him that I used to do that. Every guy does that.
Yeah.
They'll send like the best version of themselves
exactly.
until you realize that shit doesn't work. You know, like because then eventually you
Not that
turn
it
into
doesn't work.
But
It
no,
just,
you turn into who you actually are, like the kind of person that you are, the way you talk.
honeymoon phases off. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
it doesn't work long term.
The way I talk to a girl. The way I like mess around.
No, if you're messing around at the beginning to try
long-
to get a
how
girl,
long
it's not
did
the
you-
same way you would
No,
talk
yeah,
to a
I
girl
do.
a
I
year down.
dead ass. That's why, like
How long before you could be 100% you?
me from the get go.
Still not 100% you.
No, I am. I don't know. That's a tough question
Because
because
I think I was
so
100% me. It took a couple months.
I don't think it took me that long, but I at the same time, like, it's a different relationship. So, when John's like, well, you don't talk to me the same way you talk to a girl. Of course not.
No, of course
Because
not.
you're John and
Yeah.
my wife's my wife. I'm
yeah.
definitely going to talk to her differently than
course.
you. I'm definitely going to do different things when I'm with her than with you.
Yeah.
Like,
That's normal.
that should be
I hope so.
a given.
I don't want
You know
you
what I
to
mean?
talk
Like,
dirty.
so does that mean there's like multiple versions of me?
Yes.
No,
I've
it's
seen
just not the whole. Like, there's a missing piece.
Yeah, and so like if there's something that I do around other people that I don't do around her, it's because I know she doesn't like that.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to do that around her.
But it's not because you're scared of her. It's more because
Yeah, it's not.
it's just out of like
Yeah.
she don't like
It's
it.
not like I'm acting. I just don't want to. She doesn't like that, and so why would I do that?
So she gets like 3/4 of the pie. And then,
Yeah,
and
sure.
Then,
Something.
And
I
then
would-
we get the quarter that you don't get.
That
you're-
swears
that's-
and
that's
drinks and-
missing at
and-
home.
See, like that shit, I still do it. Like I remember my ex, I would do like these one weird dance moves, like randomly, like just randomly, and she fucking hated it. But I didn't give a fuck because I was having.
Yeah,
fun.
that's why you're no longer
Yeah,
with her.
well,
So
it wasn't because of that why we broke
no,
up.
I know, but like you guys didn't like. You probably hated some piece of her pie, and she hated most of your pie, or you hated most of her pie. She hated a piece of your pie, but you're no longer together for some reason,
You know what's funny? It's like
right?
when
It wasn't. She wasn't the one.
but it's also
Yeah,
not
exactly.
like it's not like I'm restricting myself, or you know what I mean. It's not like oh, I wish I could do this, but I can't. It's like I don't do this or that because she doesn't like it. I don't swear around her because she doesn't
I
like
do.
she doesn't like swear words.
right off the top, I swear, just so they know
I swear around.
fucking swear.
I don't swear around my parents, and I
don't swear around my parents.
her.
Yeah, you're right.
Like so.
Yeah.
Am I acting around my parents? No.
Yeah, me neither.
I just
I don't
I
swear
just
around my
well, yeah,
respect
because
the
your
fact
parents
that they
know
don't.
who you are.
I just respect the fact that they don't want me to swear around them, so I don't.
That's out of respect.
Yeah, see, I
And so,
understand that, but like,
so it's not that, so it's not that I'm hiding or living this double life. It's like
you just leave the swearing
just-
piece of pie at work,
yeah,
and
exactly.
then
No,
then
the
you
whole-
overuse it when you get here.
the whole pie is
Because he
at
swears
work.
a
like-
lot here.
The whole pie
I-
is
no,
at
I-
work.
He
Dude.
swears like he doesn't swear at home. He comes and like takes it out.
I
on
make
us.
up for it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You
But no,
walk in-
when
as
I
soon as
hang
he
out
walks
with
in,
when I
"What's
hang
up,
out with like
fuckers?"
You're like, what the fuck?
Scott
you
or my buddies from high school or things like I swear like a sailor
Who the
around them
fuck is
too.
a Scott?
Yeah.
I haven't need to meet him.
Yeah, because you leave at home the lust part of the pie.
Yeah, I'm definitely not lusty around you guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
And so it doesn't mean you're fake. It's just why would you be lusty here?
Thank you.
Yeah, because we think.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna try to stick it to John.
See, I act
John,
like I'm
though?
going to do it. I remember when
He'd
he
be your
first
choice?
started working here.
What's wrong with us?
Remember when
Oh, wait,
You're
sorry.
more manly.
remember when he first started
That is
working
true.
here?
He's
Like,
more- he's got more meat to.
oh, see,
cushion
that's
the-
another thing my ex didn't like is that I would. You remember when John started working here, and we convinced him, or I was trying to convince him that I was gay.
I have never stopped.
John's
not
still,
thinking
yeah,
that.
John's still convinced that you're gay.
But you know what I mean? Like I would do stuff like that,
clipping
especially
that.
with like my buddies and stuff. Like we would mess around.
Did
and
she think you were gay?
Nah, she didn't.
Did you convince her that you were gay?
No,
And
she,
not John?
a lesbian
she thought
act.
that was like dumb. She's like, "Why are you doing?" I was like, "Cause I'm just
'Cause
having
it's funny.
Fun.
'Cause it's
like,
fun,
it's
Because it's John.
yeah, like
You were
I mean,
together with her?
you guys seen these videos like where like the friends are like acting like
No,
No, I have never seen.
no,
it.
just like they'll act gay and nothing bad.
Me and my friends don't act gay.
Because I would go up to him and be like, "What's up, big boy?" and like grab him and just
And
like nothing bad like that.
I have never seen those videos.
Or I would say like some. I remember with John, I would say some like gay shit. To
Oh,
him.
dude, he'd be
still
like,
do
and
it.
now he does it,
Yeah, now he does it back.
and now he doesn't do it.
Yeah, because
Oh, I
John
do it
likes
all the
it.
time still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got used to it. You get used to things.
Yeah, see, and it's fun. It's when
kinda
you
miss
when
it.
you know you're straight.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, no disrespect to like gay people.
no,
Yeah.
not at all.
You know how many times I've had to just say to my wife, that's John, or like it's just John, or it's because of John.
Yeah.
All the fucking time.
Oh, now you're
Every time
blaming
she's
me
like, "Why are you guys so mean to him?" It's John.
It's John. Like
He
hang
deserves
out
it.
hang
He
out with him a
deserves it.
day, you'll be mean to him.
Yeah,
and
he'll
Deanie's
understand.
like the nicest person.
Oh, and she
ever.
would still, yeah, she would
she'd-
get sick of John
She'd get
fast.
sick of you. No offense.
No chance. Just because I'm this.
What do you mean
like
no
you guys
chance?
Said,
Like, you
your
know her better than I do,
like
motherfucker?
Your pie. The way I'm
All
here
he
at
can
work
think about is
does
pie
not
right now.
mean that's how I am at home.
What's your favorite kind of pie, John?
I don't really like pie. Fuck pie.
Pizza
What?
pie.
Okay,
He
I have
likes-
a question. What pie are you leaving at home, not bringing to work?
I don't know. I'm serious.
What part of your pie are you like? You know what? I'm gonna leave this at home. I'm not gonna show it to the guys.
Yeah. Are you
'Cause
like
I
super?
know-
Are you like super cuddly and?
Because you're obviously your romantic part of the pie. You leave most of it at home because you still show some romance
Does he
to his
have?
cards.
Is there a romantic part of
Maybe
his pie?
I don't know.
Are you romantic?
Not really.
I'm very romantic to girls. Like I told you guys that. It's
I
not
think that
like I'm
shit's
hiding it.
fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like not like there because okay, there's over romantic and there's just like sweet. Like oh okay, it's Valentine's. I'm gonna get you your birthday, important things. You get him something, but then there's like that excessive. Oh, happy 366
Okay, yeah,
day.
don't do that.
I brought you this, and or they go over the top. I'm like, dude, it's gonna be the
So
same
you're
shit
a year
next
and a
year.
day.
You're in a day.
You don't do the 1 month anniversary?
No,
No.
no.
No, see, I do cool things. Like so, this one chick that I'm talking to, I made her a video. Like
See, that's what I'm talking about.
See, I stayed up late. So she was feeling like shit, right? And so like she was also saying like she doesn't feel. How do you explain it? Like she was depressed,
Yeah.
like not feeling herself. So I made her this cool little video of all her like accomplishments.
Was it like really short?
No, it's actually pretty long.
30 seconds. Did you make
You feel worse?
No.
God damn it! It's just
She loved it.
I'm not saying that.
No, she loved it. This is all, like
that's
she
so
loved
fucked
it,
up.
and she was like, "Dang!"
No.
like- she's like, "No one's ever made me a video. Like I do things like that,"
Yeah.
and like she completely loved the video.
Oh, man.
And I still remember how I got my ex. Like,
See, for me, that's over the top.
that's the line of the day.
Why?
Was it really short?
No, it's just I didn't mean it in a disrespectful way. I'm just saying like
no, it was pretty long.
That was funny.
No, it was pretty long.
But there's girls that like that.
yeah.
There's other girls that are like,
All girls like that because
Most girls like that.
most girls like little things like that because anyone can go and be like, "Here, I bought you an iPhone."
So when we were doing the marriage classes thing, remember, I don't know if you remember this, but they told us that women like lovey shit and men want respect. So women try to show men the lovey part, and that's why most men hate it because they don't want that. They want just respect, like be respected, be you want to feel like a man, like
Do you get respect?
like yell a little bit extra.
yeah, but I'm telling you, there's
know?
there's a limit. There's like a tipping point because I've had friends at certain points of their lifetimes that they're trying to get at a girl, and it's that type of situation that they'll bend back and forward for a girl, and they'll do whatever they say just in that honeymoon phase. But when they start dating, and there's like you get past that honeymoon phase, and you want that respect, and the girl is like treating you as if she was a man, that shit's not fun. Because
they want the respect.
Yeah, women want a man figure. They want to be told. And then, I mean, I don't know how that sounds, but it's like realistic because, like you said, women want affection.
They want to
and-
feel that that the person can protect them.
Right. And
Most
so-
women.
Yeah,
I mean,
most women. This is
most-
generalizing. It's not very being.
Hispanic women.
Yeah.
'Cause
But
I
that's
don't
kind of
know.
like the whole.
I don't know.
Don't look at me.
That is true. That is true.
I'm not helping you out there.
Why not?
I
The
got
first one
divorced
was-
from one.
Oh, that's true. Fair enough.
Failed.
Fair enough. But anyway, yeah. So that's one of the things we learned, that like you can't treat them like you want to be, because it's a completely different show. Like So what he's doing is the right move, but
Yeah, the more you can be yourself, the better.
yeah.
You know, of course, obviously. And if you
some
can't,
people,
you-
if you would have saw that video, you'd be like, oh, you like almost would try to treat you like less of a man just because you did something cool like that. But she loved it.
Yeah.
Like, and I'll tell you guys, I made her a cool little video. Like,
I mean, Jesus talked shit about it, but
I didn't talk shit
but
about
I
it.
don't think he would have.
I'm gonna tell her.
definitely talked
Like,
I mean, he made a joke and it was funny,
If
but
my wife would have made me a video of all my accomplishments, I would have loved it.
She was like,
It's not a lot either.
I didn't
but-
want to waste
Would it have been
USB
short?
drive.
Yeah, it would have been short, and she probably would have.
No, I
like,
didn't. It wasn't.
You could have told she really like tried to
really
find
was
like she
digging
was
for
really
st- yeah.
digging for stuff like like the time I brushed my teeth
the
like
first time you built the sand
5
castle.
times in a day or
It's the
something.
first time
and
you
yeah,
like
you
packed
fixed the
Danny's
lawnmower?
bag.
yeah.
The fix the lawnmower.
Yeah, when I fixed the lawnmower, that'd be in that video for sure.
Did you
Learn-
fix the lawnmower?
I did.
Learn
I
how to
changed the
be
carburetor.
a fake pilot.
job.
I felt like a real man too
Took a picture
for like a half an hour.
Did you ever sharpen your lawnmower blades?
Does your wife sharpen your lawnmower blades?
My wife doesn't touch my lawnmower. She has mowed the lawn 4 times the entire time that we've been
You
married.
made your wife mow the lawns?
Fucked up. You didn't
That
just
is fucked
pay
up.
someone?
Cool.
Four
My
times,
wife's-
4 times total in like 9 years.
My
guys.
wife's mowed the lawn 0 times.
Well, my wife mowed the lawn 4 times.
To be fair, though, I've mowed the lawn 0 times.
My wife has mowed the lawn 4
I can believe
times.
that.
A couple of times because she wanted to know how to mow a lawn and she'd never done it. And then a couple of times because I was like going to be out of town for a long time, and
You couldn't just hire someone to come mow it once or twice?
I did actually do that for a year, and it was
I did it for 2 years.
I
That's
didn't.
expensive and stupid.
I didn't like the value that I got out of it.
I
mean,
did
when-
actually. I
when
like
you
the value.
left out of town, because we all know that's not very good value.
But I had to stop because my water bill was really expensive. So I just let my grass die.
You should do what they do in California and just put just
Paint?
paint it. Yeah.
Maintaining
Or
a lawn
turf.
is hard.
Yeah.
I
Like,
want to
it
do.
is.
I want to get rid of as much of my lawn as I can
They don't
and
tell you
replace it with like other things, like a garden and stuff.
A pool.
I want as little lawn as possible.
Get a pool.
No, see,
I want to. I actually do want to put a gazebo with a hot tub in it.
Oh. But that's not a real pool. Like, get a pool.
Yeah, like a 20 by
Like
40.
dig a
Wait, you
hole.
don't know how to swim, Jesus?
I know. That's why get a pool so you can go
just
learn.
get a 4
it's not like he.
If you drown in my pool, that's gonna suck.
I'm not going to
man.
drown because you're going to be fucking holding
No.
me
No,
as I paddle.
You're not gonna drown because he's not gonna invite you over. Remember, he only stays in touch with people who are important.
I know. That's true.
that's not at all true.
Well,
He'll send you pictures.
I
He
was
still
gonna
has
do
5
I
months.
was gonna do
He's
a
got-
housewarming party. I'm just trying to figure out
He
the
has-
right weekend.
He has 5 months to.
He's going to
to
be in
start-
the house.
to start
He's gonna
texting
send
you.
you pictures of the pool of him in it.
Yeah.
He's going to ask you if you can go help him install the pool.
He actually helped me install a fire pit that I've used once.
You used it?
I used it twice actually.
Good.
How long ago was this?
Last year.
It sounds like you guys were
That was
friends.
last year?
Well, we built it.
That was a couple
You
years
helped
ago.
me build it. Yeah, I think 2019.
You guys hang out
Yeah.
out of work?
we
Not
used to.
anymore.
We used to all the time.
We used to.
We live on opposite sides of town now. So
We used to be
it's like-
homies, but
it's
now
like a gang thing.
we're gang rivals.
Yeah. I'm West Side.
Yeah,
They were forced to stop hanging out with each other.
He's the. I can't do the thing because I don't want to get.
Dini always got mad at me when we would hang out because we would talk shit to each other, but she would never hear Jesus talk shit to me,
Oh.
and so she would always be mad at me
I would leave the
because I'd talk shit, and then she wouldn't hear Jesus say anything back, and so
Yeah.
she was like, "You're a fucking dick to him."
yeah,
And
because
it's
I
like,
would leave the talking shit to Craig part of the pie at home.
you would just message everything
he would,
at the end of the
he
day.
would do it. He just wouldn't do it when she was
I'd
in
actually
earshot.
eat that part of the pie on the way to his house.
What would you guys do to hang out at that age?
None of your fucking business.
yeah, dude.
You're not part of the club.
I don't want to be part of that club, to be honest.
Well,
We wouldn't want
one
you
day
either.
you won't have a choice. So
Yeah.
talk all the shit you can.
Yeah.
No, but for real, what would you guys do?
None of your
Hang out.
fucking business. I already
You guys
told
are
you.
making
It's
it
gonna be
sound-
funny when you lose all your friends that aren't married.
Yep.
It's gonna be hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Because we went through that.
Get ready
That aren't
because that's
married?
over. Yep.
Because right now you're like all hanging out. It's a group. Oh shit, and then you get married, and then like, hey, where's what's?
No, I don't think that's gonna happen with John because
Most of my friends have wives.
not
already.
they?
just that. Jerry hangs out with them.
Yeah, Jerry's part of the
Yeah, but
boys.
Jerry's gonna hang out with them, not you.
Jerry's like part of the crew.
I don't
They're gonna
give
get
a-
sick of one of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll
Probably you.
Probably you.
Yeah.
No, like
Would you? So if Jerry was welcomed to the like if you could tell that she was welcomed into the group, but you not so much anymore, would you still go though? Because like you have to support her.
I guess. If you say
He's
so.
definitely gonna lose his friends
Yeah, for
No,
sure.
how
It's
am I
gonna be
gonna lose my
sad.
friends?
It's gonna be sad
because you're
but
getting married.
I haven't
What
lost them
happens?
now.
it's gonna be sad for him.
She's gonna have a great
Well,
time.
you've never been 27 or 28 or 30 or 32.
Yeah. Just because things are a
yeah.
certain way
I
doesn't
just
mean
told
they
you,
always will be.
A lot of my friends, like 80% of my friends, are already married and have kids.
Yeah, so we're like 100% of my friends when we were dating, and now we don't see like once they had kids. It's not the marriage part.
Yeah,
it's
kids
the kids
will
part.
kids will change it more than anything.
Yeah,
So don't have kids, Edgar. Just
No,
don't-
I'm
just don't
good.
do it.
I'm good right now. I got my nephew.
There you go.
I got my 2 nephews.
nephews are fun because you can always go
You
turn.
can give them back.
Well, the other day I went to go, or on Sunday I went
I
to
have
go
a
pick
new
up my
nephew.
nephew.
Yeah,
yeah?
but that's extortion, Scark. You're
Freddy's
using
son.
it for content.
Oh,
No, I was
shit.
gonna hang out with
Or
them
for
either
Friday.
way.
Imagine you just
Really?
take it to the park. All right, Milo, we're done. Let's
Cute
go.
little kid.
No, we were there for like 2 hours.
Liar.
No, deadass.
One of my nieces just had a kid.
Yeah,
Dang.
That's
dude.
my parents' first grandkid. Or
Really?
first great grandkid, I mean.
Oh shit.
Dang.
My parents are great grandparents.
Fuck, you're almost a grandpa too, huh?
I mean,
So is Dylan.
timeline-wise, I am.
Dylan is a grandpa.
Great grandpa.
No, he's not even close to being a great grandpa, but he is a grandpa.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Grandpa.
Oh, he
sorry,
is a
sorry,
grandpa.
sorry.
Yeah, he is a grandpa.
Yeah, he is a grandpa.
I know a few people that are like a few years younger than me that are grandparents already. That's creepy
Yeah, no, I'm good.
because they were like 14 when they had it, and then their kid
Damn.
was like 14.
I'd rather go pick up my nephew, hang out with him for a few hours,
28-year-old grandma.
and then be
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
I don't think that's how it works. Is it?
Do you need me to explain how childbirth
20
happens?
year.
Like,
The daughter was 14, and then the
and then her
daughter's
child
daughter
was
was
14?
14?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
So 14 plus 14 equals 28.
I wonder if
You used to be a fucking bookkeeper. You don't know how to add 14
Not
plus
a
14?
bookkeeper.
Dude, we got into a
What
fight
do you
with
mean,
him
how
too.
does this
an
work?
accountant. I
God
was never a
damn it.
fucking
We got
bookkeeper.
into a
You're
fight.
not an accountant.
Want to see my degree?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Let me go buy one on,
me finish
on
school.
eBay.
I gotta finish.
So that fight we had about the pizza and the area, we had a fight like that with him about
Adding
What was it?
two-digit
it was
numbers together.
overtime.
overtime
Oh.
about what is better to work a job
Okay, well,
that pays overtime
wait,
or
don't tell him
or
anything.
2 jobs.
Just ask him the question. Is it better to work overtime or 2 jobs, but a set amount of overtime hours?
It depends on what you want to do with your life. I
That's-
would rather
that's
do
what it is.
overtime.
But
Money-wise.
Money-wise.
we're not talking about wanting to do
Money-wise?
Yeah.
Let's use this
Where
as
would
a
you
Depends
make
on,
prime
what,
example.
depends on what your 2 jobs
Okay,
pay.
let's just use here a prime example. We work Monday through Thursday, right? And
So you have a limit to the amount of overtime you can do?
Yes, we're doing 10 hours because
Well, I don't want to work 80 hours a week because
No,
I
no.
have a family and
That's
I'd
what we're
rather
saying.
spend time
We're
with them.
saying, would you rather work 50 hours here or 40 hours here and 10 hours somewhere else?
But that's not the question that we were
50
fighting
hours here.
over.
I forgot what we were trying to talk
50
about.
hours
Fine,
here.
dude.
that you make more.
That you make more
working
money
2 jobs.
working
Oh,
2
yeah,
jobs
that's
than
what
one
it was.
that pays overtime.
All right,
There's
I
no
can take
way.
this.
Because of the
Yeah, that doesn't
overtime
make any
tax.
sense. at
No,
all.
it makes 0 sense.
Yeah, sorry. It was a big argument.
Yeah, it was a big argument that he lost completely
Yeah.
by his own math.
There's like $40 difference.
I told him, like, do the math, John.
Well, and then
And he
again,
did
there's
the
a lot
math.
of factors. There's a
And
lot
I
of
mean, I
factors.
think you pay a little bit less taxes on a second job than you do on overtime, but
Yeah.
But you're still,
I'd still rather do the overtime.
well, you still make more money because what I was telling him, and this is true, psychologically, it feels like you're getting fucked with the overtime because they take more out. So when you do your math, you're like, oh, I'm going to get this big ass check. But since they take more of your taxes, like it turns out you didn't really make the amount in
Yep.
overtime that you thought you were going to. So it feels like you're getting ripped off. So a lot of people,
But
they'd
that's still
rather
time
take
and a half compared to time.
Yeah.
At 10 hours.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to tell him, but he like didn't listen to me and fought, like he yelled at me a couple times, and then but he did say I'm sorry at the end.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he say it like begrudgingly or did he mean
No,
it?
he's like shit. He's like
Because it's a
Right.
common misconception. They're like, oh,
So
well,
why?
do I
So
work
he was just trying to justify that he's working 2 jobs instead of
because
overtime.
No.
So what I
No,
told him
it
was
wasn't that.
so what I told him was if you want to do something different, then yeah, get a second job. Like it's
There you
fine.
go. Of course.
Like if you're tired of doing the same thing and you want to do something else, then that'd be the
Yeah.
reason. But
If your
it's,
argument is money, then
if it's
you're
just for
wrong.
money, you're wrong. But if it's like if it's just to do something different, and then yeah,
Yeah, no. it
Yeah,
wasn't
if you
like-
enjoy your second job, by all means, have a second job. If that's more, then it's more of a hobby than a job. That's fucking cool.
Yeah. But we're talking about it because it was like the psychological like, and then because it's a common
'cause of the-
misconception.
do you think
the
I'll sound
tax
better
part.
if I use both of these?
Yeah.
Ooh, stereo.
Oh, that's right. Because the way I split it, it makes it sound
Oh, you have half of us on one
Half-
side and half on the other.
well, not half, but like
Like there's a little bit of a split.
yeah, a little bit.
That was quick.
It was like
Did you wash
two-
your hands?
I think he said he had to answer a phone call, John.
No, I
he
had to
said
take a piss.
Take a piss.
Oh,
I was
thought you
holding
said
that
you
shit
had to
for the
answer a phone-
longest
I thought
time.
you said I had to take. You said take a piss. I thought you said I have to take this.
Oh.
So was this like a intervention for Edgar? Because we just fucking.
No.
Edgar
I'm
doesn't
still
seem.
gonna
Edgar
do-
seems unchanged.
Yeah, Edgar doesn't give a fuck.
If it was an
same.
intervention, we failed miserably.
Yeah.
If-
Shitty intervention.
I
That's what you should name this. Intervention.
if we felt like Edgar was the type of person that would take it to heart and or be offended, we would have probably not brought it up.
Oh no, he's
If I felt like it made a
he's
difference
like a
in his
rock
life.
on the
Yeah,
subject.
if it made a difference, like
he ain't moving.
I don't know.
To Zimbabwe.
I wouldn't.
Oh
I,
no, hell no, not to
honestly,
Zimbabwe.
Have you ever been
if-
to Zimbabwe?
No, that'd be cool. to
Maybe
visit,
it's
though.
fucking gorgeous.
Dude,
Maybe it's
fine
way better than here.
Zimbabwean.
This, you know, inflation in Zimbabwe, how fucking bad it is. You know how here, like last month, I think it was like 9.1% inflation rate, and that's just like month over month. Mm-hmm. I think it's Zimbabwe. What do we say it was? Like 200 something.
Yeah, you said it was like
200%?
Yeah.
Jesus. So you'd be a millionaire over there, Edgar.
no, I'm good.
That is not what we're talking about. No. You probably have $1 million in whatever Zimbabwe's currency is, but
Dude, so they have, I think, $100 trillion bills that don't buy you shit. 100 trillion Zimbabwe dollars, whatever.
because of the way they do their, is it like the same as like the Chinese?
The yen. The yen is in millions too.
the yen's not Chinese.
Well, I just didn't say China. I just said the yen.
Oh, the yen's Japanese.
I didn't realize I was working out.
The Chinese is the yuan.
Chinese is yuan, right?
Yeah.
Dude, do you know where my little fuzzy is? Because every time I breathe, it just statics this.
Right here and here and some right here.
And that's the only time we have Tortuga.
That's horrendous.
Oh God.
This was a
Anyway,
good
anyway, I think
podcast, I think.
Zimbabwe.
I feel
would
like we
be-
haven't done a podcast in a while. But anyway, sorry.
I feel like Zimbabwe would be a good place for
No,
you to move to.
I want to go to Egypt.
Oh,
Zimbabwe is close.
you
Probably
would
driving
fit
distance.
in though with
Zimbabwe is
that beard.
like a few miles.
Yeah, I'm
From
sure it's
Egypt?
right there.
Yeah. It's like right there.
Nah, I'd rather go to Egypt.
I know, but you could move to Zimbabwe and then go to Egypt. Easy.
Zimbabwe is really far from me.
I know it probably
Or
is.
you could go to Dubai.
You know where the love of my life
Africa's
is?
a large.
Probably in Latin America. Like,
Did you just say
Brazil.
Africa's a large country?
I was about to, and I was like, no, continent.
Okay.
I mean continent.
Edgar,
probably
I do
Brazil.
know, I do know the difference.
Why don't
Or
we move to
Colombia.
Uganda?
Go because Uganda forever.
No, that's that's Wakanda. Uganda is where they discovered a shitload of gold, apparently.
Scoot
So
to the
there
left.
might be. They say that
push Jesus too.
they say that the gold that they found in Uganda, that they might have said the number wrong, like it might have been ounces instead of pounds, or something, which would change it completely.
Weren't
But
we talking about that?
Yeah, but you said it. But I don't think they're wrong. It's just the amount that they can get from the ore is not going to be as much as they said.
Like it's gonna be harder to mine it than it sounds.
No, not harder to mine. It's just the way that you mine it. You get. I think it's for every 1,000. So for every ton of ore, you get like I can't remember how many grams of actual gold,
Were you guys?
but it's not a lot.
Were you guys alive? Alive during the time that they switched the currency that backed up from gold to debt, or was this way before that?
That was in the 1920s.
That we got off the gold standard.
The gold standard. Nixon did something else, but we got off the gold standard in like the 1920s or 30s.
See,
I have no idea.
They don't teach that in school.
Yeah,
'Cause I've always wondered
have
that.
No idea.
But the
'Cause
the
You
backing
could probably
of the,
Google it.
Because I think we got off the gold standard in the 1920s or 30s or something like that during the Great Depression, I think. And then Nixon took us off of. So before you could still redeem your cash for gold, like you could still take your money and get gold. And then they made owning gold illegal, and something else.
So all Hispanics would have been booked.
Is that
Real
still
have
is it
changed.
still
There's-
illegal to own gold?
No,
Like
I didn't know.
like
that
in the. I think
I thought it was still
what do you
still
mean
valued
to
that.
own gold? Like as in, just that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think owning gold is illegal.
My mom would be arrested. You know?
Like gold coins or
I don't know.
bullion
Hold
or
on.
like.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. Because if not jewelers, how would they be able
While
to sell
you're-
gold?
Well, you're looking that up. Zimbabwe is only like 5 countries away from Egypt.
Is it?
6, maybe.
You can
But how
use
big are those countries?
in a camel.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's like you have to cross.
Okay, so between 1933 and 1974, it was illegal for a U.S. citizen to own gold in the form of gold bullion without a special license.
Gotcha.
Well, that's in the pure form of like the.
So on January
No,
1st,
it just
of
says in bars.
1975, the restrictions were lifted and gold can now be freely held in the U.S. without any license or restriction. Okay. I knew it was
So you
illegal.
could, but you had to have a license to do
Yeah.
it. That's fucking
but for bullion
weird.
gold.
Yeah.
So like 14, like the 14 karat. Yeah, I'm sure you're
Like
fine.
jewelry or whatever.
Yeah,
that's
jewelry
different.
is
But to
fine.
own just a
I was
bar
saying,
of gold, you
Leo
couldn't
has like
do
a
it.
brick around his neck. So.
That has 24 ounces. So 24 karat is the maximum. 24 carats, 100% gold, and then I think 14 carats. What like? Is it 70% gold
No, I think
or
it's a little
50,
lower.
50
little
or
lower than
63%
70,
gold,
yeah.
something like that?
Well, if we're going like 24 at 100,
'Cause
14
you still have
would be a little
24,
better
18.
than half.
You have 24, 18.
So
14.
50
But I don't know if
sometime.
that's how it works. I don't know how they figure out carats. I don't know.
Anyway, what were you talking about? Oh, Zimbabwe's.
Oh, just how
close to
Zimbabwe is only like 6. It's only like 6 countries away from Egypt.
I know what my thing.
And plus, that would be probably like a really
Your goal?
beautiful drive.
What was your goal?
Not my goal, but my like vision for this year that Edgar was gonna get a girlfriend, and I'm close, dude. Like I've been close a couple times.
What was
Why
your?
have
What
you
was
been
your?
close? Because he went on a date.
Yeah, because last year you
That
didn't hear
doesn't
a
count.
peep out of him that he was going on a date.
Oh no, he did have a girlfriend for a week.
Really?
was like
oh
so
yeah, this
long.
year.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So
Counting it? Are
so
you
does
counting
that?
it?
Yeah.
I'm counting it.
No,
I'm
not
counting it.
Yeah,
Why
I'm
aren't you
I'm
counting
counting
it?
it.
Yeah.
I'm
Wait,
counting
why
it.
aren't you counting it?
Because we
I'm
actually
gonna
never
clip this
dated.
too.
Like we went on dates, we hung
But you
out.
were
many
girlfriend
dates?
and boyfriend for a week.
No,
Are we talking
Yes, you
about
were.
How many
No.
dates?
You said you were.
Are we
many
talking
dates?
about
Yeah.
the same one?
probably like 3 or 4.
Maybe I don't know.
Only 4 dates? That's not a fucking
see?
girlfriend, man. Come on.
Wait, who's this?
I don't know who you're talking about, bro, but like.
No, not that one. No, you can't.
If it was 4 dates, that's not a girlfriend.
I have
I'm
no
sorry,
idea who you're
guys,
talking
but
about.
Oh, then it doesn't count because he's never been on a date with more than 4 times.
How many times did you hang out?
With that one chick?
Yeah.
That I think they're claiming
Yes.
4.
That's not a fucking girlfriend, John.
Oh, for Edgar, yes.
For Edgar, that's like 7 months.
nobody. For nobody.
That's 7 months. That's like.
3 dates is like barely.
Okay, is there any girl
Are we
at
doing?
this moment?
So are we
that
doing
if
Edgar
she
time
would-
or Jeremiah time?
Oh,
Because
okay.
I mean,
No.
Jeremiah
Jeremiah,
time.
hold the thought.
That's like fucking. That's like 3 years.
Yeah, that's different. That
I
makes no
thought we almost lost him for a minute.
makes no sense.
We did lose him
Okay, he was lost, and then he was like,
again.
Maya.
Maya's lost.
Still?
We did lose him. We lost a soldier.
No,
we're gonna get Caroline on the podcast.
I was talking about. I thought we lost him before he got a fiance.
You know who else we're gonna get on the podcast?
Oh.
Well, fine. You'll see.
You know,
see.
yeah, I know. Like I kind of I kind of miss Maya.
I know who you're talking
I kind of miss
Who
Maya.
am I talking about?
My fiance.
No,
No,
I'm
no.
talking about the girl that he almost dated.
Oh,
If he had made it to like 6 dates, that's dating.
No, I know who he's talking about. I'll tell you after the thing. But do you miss Maya when he was like the depressed? I miss the depressed old
yeah,
Maya.
me too. Right
Why?
now he's very.
I
like,
miss-
snap.
I
That's
miss-
fucked up. Maya would snap at stupid.
I know.
Maya would snap at like a joke.
I miss that.
No.
And now he just laughs.
Maya
miss that.
snaps still.
Maya's boring now that he's happy.
It was your job to.
I mean, it's still fun to make fun of him. It's-
It is fun, but he's no longer. It's no longer fun because now he's got like fucking self-esteem and shit. Fuck that. I don't like it. Caroline ruined him or something.
Do you know
I
what,
don't- no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Do you
That's
know
just a
where
joke.
Eritrea is?
What?
I didn't even know that was a country. I've
What
never
is?
even heard of that. Eritrea.
That's not a country.
Eritrea. It's a country
Isn't
in
that the
Egypt.
thing
It's a
around
country
your
in
nipple?
Africa.
Nah, it's got to be like a state or something.
It's
in-
over by it's over by Sudan.
It's not the Libya. It's,
And it's like north of Ethiopia.
How long has that been a country?
There's
Like a
another
week?
one called Djibouti.
I've heard of Djibouti.
I have friends
It's
from,
right next to Djibouti.
Oh, I've heard of Djibouti, but I've never heard
Eritrea
of the
is
other
right next to
Eritrea.
Djibouti.
I have
How,
friends from
can you look
Ethiopia.
that up when that became a country? It's got to be like 2021.
No wonder you
It
can't
is a
listen to my
Northeast
voice. These
African
guys
country
yell.
on the Red Sea coast. It
If I
shares
was
borders
yelling
with
too, then you guys
Ethiopia.
would fucking
Hold
hear
on.
me. Sorry.
Nobody wants to hear you anyway, John.
I'm trying to find out when this country came to to be.
It shares borders with Ethiopia, Sudan, and Djibouti.
I have friends in Ethiopia.
Capital city
you
is
don't.
Asmara.
Yes, I do.
You don't have friends here.
Fair enough. They don't even like you.
The little girl don't like you. This country seems not real to me, but I'm pretty sure it's like fairly new.
It's got to be
What should be
newish.
stupid old?
Eritrea was summoned to become a country in 1991 and became independent in 1993.
That's a long
that's
time.
a new
we should have
country. I
we
mean,
should have known about it though.
That's a new country.
I should have learned that in World Geography 3.
I mean, if you've heard of Djibouti, you should know Eritrea.
I've
They're
heard of Djibouti.
They border
Ask me
each
what the
other.
capital of Djibouti is.
What is?
I have no idea.
Uranus. Oh.
It looks like Djibouti, actually.
Djibouti.
No, it looks like
Mabuti.
Mo booty.
Mabuti.
it's mostly a French and
What are you doing?
Arabic-speaking country.
My nose itching. I like this.
It's weird how many countries we don't know. Like before the C word, before this pandemic, have you ever heard of Wuhan?
Yeah.
No.
Had you ever heard of Wuhan?
Well,
before?
Wuhan is just a province, isn't it?
No, it's a city.
Yeah.
I thought it was a province.
It's also a city, right?
Well, yeah,
No, I
it's
think,
both, I
yeah.
think.
Yeah. But have you ever heard of it
No.
before? And it's a fucking huge ass city.
Well, it's China, man. I don't
Like,
know
it's
shit
got
about
millions
China.
of
I've heard
people.
of Wuhan before.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
Shut up. Nobody asked you. Have you really?
I mean, you kind of
Yes.
did.
when?
It was on a YouTube video or something like that.
Oh,
No, he's making that shit
Oh,
up.
he is making that shit up.
I've heard of Hunan
Hunan, I've heard of Hunan too.
or Hunan. I don't know.
heard of-
I don't know.
Have you
how
been
it's
to
pronounced.
the Have you been to the Genghis Khan exhibit?
No, I haven't.
It's actually pretty
Both
good.
Is it?
Yeah.
I should go. I do want to
Both
go.
of these.
The masks are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Giant ass masks that they have.
Nice.
Those are
That's
fucking sick.
You mean the museum we went to earlier?
Yeah. We passed by it.
No, we passed by it.
Oh, shit.
We were studying.
Can you name any other province in China, John? Besides Wuhan?
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong's a city.
It's probably a
I
province.
think it's
too.
also not
It's
technically
also
part
a
of
province.
China right now.
Is it?
It is. So
Li-
Hong Kong. I remember
I don't
when
know
Hong
if you-
Kong got. Do you remember when Hong Kong was given back to China?
I thought they still weren't.
No, it was in the
I thought,
90s.
isn't there some still?
Lihan, or I
There's
don't know
some
if you can
still-
call it Lihan or Lihan, but it's Lehann, something like that.
No, no idea. But I've flown out of Beijing before.
Colombia?
God.
Huh?
Colombia?
Oh, okay, la chingada. I have. It's a nice. It's a like. It's way different than real Beijing because you could actually see stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In real Beijing, you probably can't see anything because of the smog.
Fucking hits
you know
you.
that building in China that's like a square and it's got a hollow. I flew a plane in between that. And then
Talking about is
I understand what he's
No,
talking
he knows.
about. I understand. I'm getting what he's talking about.
you guys don't know anything.
I don't know
about-
shit about China.
You guys
I
don't know anything about
fucking
the
nothing about
world.
China.
You guys aren't versed in.
There's also
Geography, like-
I know very little about
Uncle
any
Andrew's
part of
wine.
Asia.
Shanxi, and then
Shanghai.
No, it's
Oh, the Shanxi.
SHA.
That's a river.
NXE. No, it's a province.
Oh, okay, that's
And also Quiyun.
He's fucking looking him up right now, John. That doesn't.
My hands
count.
are right here. QUIN, something like that. Queen with a
Queeflandia?
J at the end.
He's making shit up right
He is
now.
Look it up. Look it up.
No, I don't want to make.
Look it
No,
up.
I don't
I'm
care.
not-
enough.
There's
Yeah,
34. There's 34 provinces.
I have 3
in
minutes.
China.
I have 3 minutes to give a shit,
Ah, shit.
and it's not gonna happen.
Hold on. I want to fact check that. How many provinces are in China?
34? 34 something?
don't look at me.
That's Mexico. It's
I'm
32
thinking. I think
36,
there's
32,
34 provinces in China.
providences.
You said 34. Now you're saying 32.
And
No,
he's
I said 34.
And now he's saying providences.
Province.
How many provinces are in China?
34.
How many provinces are in China?
34.
Okay. Well, a province and a providence is not the same thing.
Province. How many other?
I hope there's like 200 and something.
The provincial level, 23.
Bullshit.
That's it.
That's what it says.
No way. Look it up again.
The People's there are 34 such divisions claimed by the People's Republic of China, classified as 23 provinces.
Yeah, but they count Tibet
Oh.
and
So I don't know what
Taiwan.
that means.
Yeah, and I don't count Tibet and Taiwan.
Dude,
Okay,
you can't
so this
say
is
that
everything.
Why?
because then they won't push our podcast.
China
Like
doesn't
they-
own our podcast anyway. Fuck them.
I know, fuck them, but Now you have to go apologize in Mandarin.
I don't know
These
Mandarin.
are words
John
of
Cena.
Craig Powell.
Yeah.
You gotta go, John C. You gotta,
What are you
Actress
afraid
is-
of China?
Yes.
No relations with.
Yes, we
Do
are.
not have.
We don't
sexual
know. This
relations
is
with-
Fuck. That.
the views presented in this podcast are not the views of Top
Fool me
Snipes.
once, shame on you.
We should ask Leo.
Oh, he's not gonna give a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, but we have to give a shit for him.
Taiwan is not part of China. I'm sorry. It's
So
just not.
the views represented in this
It's
thing
just not.
are
They're Craig Powell.
yeah. Sure,
yeah, go ahead. We got 1 minute left. You might as well.
All right. Thanks for
No,
listening.
hold
Oh,
on. Before
wait.
we end it, we want to thank everybody that joined us. Give us 5-star reviews on iTunes and Spotify and all the other places that you can see us. Make sure to comment what you think of the show. Let us know what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong. More like what we're doing right, because we get sad.
If you don't comment, that means we're doing it right.
Yeah, if you don't comment, we're doing it right.
We don't respond well to criticism, so
Yeah, John doesn't respond well to criticism, so don't criticize him.
John doesn't respond well. Period. Just period. You can just stop there.
Yeah,
John doesn't respond well.
That's true. And what else?
Buy some shit.
Buy some stuff. We have some cool merch. We have some cool stickers. The shot glasses are badass.
The patches are hilarious.
Yeah.
The bucket of dicks patch is hilarious.
Yeah, it's a good patch.
Buy it
It's
for
a
friend.
conversation starter.
Yeah, and ender, all in one.
Yep.
Or not starter at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
People you want to talk to?
that one is a conversation starter with people you'll actually want to talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
There you go.
it's a filter. It's a good filter for your backpack, for your whatever. Because the people that you wouldn't want to talk to anyway, they'll fucking leave you alone because they'll see that. And they'll
Yep.
be
They're
like,
going to go,
yeah,
and then
they're
walk
gonna go,
away.
"Yeah, you don't want to talk to them anyway.
Yep.
Get it. Oh,
Yep.
oh shit, fuck that. I don't give a shit anymore.
Craig gets so mad when I do that.
I know.
When you do what?
I'm like, all right, gotta go.